Alright, okie dokie artichoke. Da 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 da. Gotta make sure that, yeah. Okie dokie. So what do we got on the docket today, LBF? Okay. Yeah, while we're waiting for some people to come in, just letting y'all know that I'm doing today's podcast episode in bed because it is cold where I'm at. What is it? It's like we're in the 50s right now. But guess what, folks? It's like March. We're in March, and we get this cold front. And happy St. Patrick's Day to you, Jack. Hello, Michael. So we got some people coming in. Hi, Awesome Sauce. Alrighty, so we're going to begin the podcast now. Hey, everyone, this is Ronnie. Welcome to the All That Shi-Banga-Bang podcast, episode 3, where we talk about a lot of things. We talk about gaming, we talk about Larry Boy, we talk about anything and everything and all that Shi-Banga-Bang, basically. Alright, so today I wanted to talk to you guys about gaming and how I was introduced to gaming. And I have, it's going to be like a show and tell also, because I got my consoles here. Well, some of them I was not able to unhook I wasn't unable to unhook because, they're bulky. So definitely we're going to be having a great time today. So, my understanding that it's St. Patrick's Day. I'm wearing green. This is my green, yeah. Yeah, it's a dark shade of green, but I think it counts. It counts. It definitely counts. Alright, so we're almost 3 minutes in. We got some viewers. So, alright, so, wish I could do a poll on Steam Chat. It was on Streamlabs. Okay. Alright. So, I might as well go into, how I got into gaming in the first place. So, hi, Tian. Hello and welcome. So, alright. Yeah, like I was saying, what is the weather? What is today's weather? Yeah, that's a trash truck, coming by. Okay, so... Yeah, I'm telling you, oh my god, it is 49. It is 49 degrees outside. Doing alright, Tian. It's just that it got cold. We got a cold front. I mean, yesterday, it was warm. And it's like a huge difference today than it was yesterday. And if we had a storm last night, I probably slept through it. Alright. So I might as well go into how I became a gamer. So if I can recall, I think I had the Super Nintendo growing up, but it was it wasn't really mine. I remember playing the Super Nintendo when was it? I think it was when I was young. I think my dad borrowed it from one of his friends or cousins or whatever. It was I remember playing a Sesame Street video game on the Super Nintendo. Yeah, that's all I can remember. And then years go by and I'm in middle school. So, middle school, that was when me and my sisters got a Game Boy Advance. Yeah, it's the pink one, the Game Boy Advance. The one that came with colors. Not the one that you open and close. Okay. I almost lost track here. So anyways, the Game Boy Advance, yeah, I had to share that. Like, we only had one Game Boy Advance, and I had to share it between me and my two sisters. But you know what? I was the one that played it the most. It was like, I was so into it. There'd be like a couple of times, like, it'd be nighttime. It's like 2 or 3 in the morning. I would sneak over to the living room to turn a little lamp on and play the game, because like at the time it didn't have like a built-in light where you can see the screen. You could only see the screen if you had the light on. I remember getting caught one time. It's like, Veronica, what are you doing? I was like, go back to bed. You could play that later. Oh yeah. Another thing that I remember about the Game Boy Advance is like it took batteries. I mean, luckily it took AA batteries. But even still, like going through battery after battery, like you're playing and then you see that the thing's low on battery. It's like, can you imagine running to the store to get more batteries nowadays? It's like nowadays, all you could do is plug in the charger, plug it into the wall, and it charges. Just like that. You don't need to put in batteries over and over. The Game Boy Advance video game. Yeah, I've actually had like some Game Boy Advance games. I remember there was being Harry Potter, Lego Island 2, Lizzie McGuire, and Pac-Man. Oh, and also, get this. Ted Dow. Okay, might as well, yeah, let me just... Alright, so I guess we'll do the little show and tell thing. I just gotta readjust my camera. Alright. So this was one of the Game Boy Advance games that I got. Now, I actually got this like when I got the Nintendo DS. Because like the Nintendo DS had like a little slot for not only the DS games but also the Game Boy Advance games. Alright, hi Matt the cat. How are you doing today? Alright, so this was the Game Boy Advance pack for Larry Boy and the Bad Apple. And I actually got this around high school. I think I found it at a Family Christian. Oh, would you look at that? I didn't know this was in this box. Like, I forgot I put it in this, like the Namco Museum 50th anniversary, where you got all the Pac-Man games. It's like working on. Okay, stayed up all night working on my review. Went to bed at 2:30 a.m. Woke up at 10. Yeah, it's really nice to have a Larry Boy and the Bad Apple and played it on the Game Boy Advance. The only downside is the graphics. I mean, graphic-wise, it's not really good. I mean, sure, Game Boy Advance, like, it's like you gotta work with what you have. But look at that. Can you guys see? It's like right around here. Look at how basic the graphics are. I mean, that's not a whole lot to work with. I imagine it still works. I mean, I don't have a... If I have the Game Boy Advance still, it's probably somewheres. And I already sold my old Nintendo DS like a long time ago. Alright, so years later, I got the PlayStation 2 version. Now, in order to play this, I had to get a PlayStation 2. And I think I got it through Amazon. I got this game and the PlayStation 2 through Amazon. Right. So when I first got this, when I first got the PlayStation 2 and I got this game, it was like, oh my gosh. Like, I was super excited. Like, I got it for Christmas one time. And I remember, like, plugging in everything and making sure everything worked. And then putting the CD into it. And then you look on the TV, you see that PlayStation 2 start intro. And then it's like, oh my gosh. That felt like a dream come true to play this on PlayStation 2. Because the graphics, as you can see, they're better than a Game Boy Advance. I mean, that's awesome. And you know what? This definitely deserves a remaster. Like, make some few changes and make sure it's playable on PlayStation 4 or even Xbox. Or Nintendo Switch. Yeah, I kind of wished it was on GameCube because, yeah, that's another thing. That's another thing. Look at this. Look at this. This is the GameCube. Yeah, I grew up with this thing. Christmas 2005 was when I got this. And it actually came with Mario Party 7. Like, I remember, like, when me and my sisters were opening the gift or whatever, and we saw it came in, like, in a big box. It came with this, it came with the microphone, and it came with the game. So it was like a Mario Party 7 bundle. The best console of all time. So, I might as well, like... Yeah, this thing still works, you guys. And I've actually played some of this on this channel, so... Yep. The CD is still in there. The reset button, the power button, Nintendo GameCube. We got a vent right here. We have another vent right here. This is where you plug it in. The plug goes there. A serial port, high-speed port. Yeah, there was a rumor that there was like a GameCube that not only had like a where you can put the GameCube CD, it also had like a thing for the Game Boy. And of course, this is where the memory card goes. Like originally, it didn't come with the memory card. The memory card like sold separately or whatever. But we managed to get one, so that's good. All right, so slot A, slot B, and this is where you put your controllers. So I have a black controller and I have a blue one. I usually use the black one because yeah, I prefer that over blue. Alright, so Mario Party 7. Now, I'm debating on whether to make another video. I know I had promised like another Let's Play of this, and I actually put it to a vote. So, Windmillville would be the next board if I ever come about if I ever like go about doing another one. But I think that I should play as Yoshi in Windmillville because it makes better sense. And yeah, I bet some of you guys would want me to play as Yoshi. Subscribe to Nintendo Power. God, I wish. It's like, you look different without the Larry Boy. You're pretty, thanks. Sonic and Animations. All That Shi-Banga-Bang podcast. Yeah, I'll definitely play as Yoshi in Windmillville. Yeah, because after seeing the second Super Mario Bros. Movie trailer, they show a shot of Yoshi's running in the fields. It's like, hey, that's definitely a good vibe for Windmillville if I played as Yoshi. Yeah, that would definitely be a good thing. Yeah, so this was the Nintendo GameCube. Alright, so what else I got? Now this, I've actually had like 4 generations of this. Yeah, 4 generations of this. My first one was the Nintendo DS. Not the bulky Nintendo DS that they had originally. And then my second one was the Nintendo DSi, where it had like the camera. And you can like edit your photos or whatever. And fun fact, I used the Nintendo DSi a lot when getting screenshots of movies and shows. I just like remember like not caring much about the quality other than like I was like, it's for the review. Just like when you go to my Whatsoever Critic website, which is ama-critic32.blogspot.com, you can definitely see that some of the pictures were like sloppy, and it was like me taking pictures of the TV screen. So that was my Whatsoever Critic website back then. Alright, so my third generation of the DS family was the Nintendo 3DS. You know, the ones where they're like had like a little slider to make it look more 3D or less. It was like, I never really used that feature. All I wanted was to like play the game. It was like, okay, if I had to, I mean, if I wanted to turn the 3D feature on, it was like, it would be like for like a few minutes until my eyes would get strained and I would have to turn it back off. Yeah, I remember when JB read the reviews to us. Good times. Yeah, definitely good times. Yeah, I think with the Whatsoever Critic thing that I did on blogspot.com was, yeah, I have that. And think with my Whatsoever Critic blog, I was a little, yeah. Yeah, I was a little, well, you know, a lot of, shoot. Let's just say that I was a little risque back then. Like, I took more risk and, yeah. It's a lot of choice words. But I was trying to be like the nostalgia critic, you know? Like, he uses flavorful language and all that. All that Shi-Banga-Bang. So yeah, I was trying to be like the nostalgia critic and you know. I was like, oh boy, I can't wait to enjoy all the great Mario games on 3DS. Plays Dream Team. That's it. One game. You know, I used to have Dream Team, but I sold it because I needed money. But hopefully my situation gets a little better and I'll be able to buy it back. So finally we come to my current DS handheld, which is the Nintendo the Nintendo 2DS XL. Alright, so. And the good news is you can play not just 2D, you know, not just DS games, but also 3DS games. Alright, so here's what it looks like. Let me see if I can turn down the brightness. Here we go. This is what... Okay. And this is free wallpaper. Okay, and this is what I have in... Yeah, this is what I have in here right now. Is Mario Party Island Tour, which is this one. Now, this one's a pretty good, decent game. Not gonna lie, I played it a whole lot. And it's got some really nice games. It's got some really nice games, and the graphics are okay. I mean, at least the graphics in this game are way better than Mario Party DS. I was like... Even though I miss playing Mario Party DS, it's like the graphics in that game aren't as good and look sloppily made. Nintendo had some weird naming choices when releasing each novel. Island Tour is alright. I don't like that it changed the format, but it was suitable. Yeah, I can understand like the format. Yeah, it's totally, the format's totally different than, say, Mario Party 7. So these are my Mario Party games that I have. I used to have Mario Party Superstars for the Nintendo Switch, but I had to sell that one too. So yeah, that's a bummer. Alright, so... There we go. Mario's celebrating. He's waving. And then there's like the microphone like right here. And then I press something. Oh, and yeah, this handheld comes with Mario Kart 7. Now, fun fact, I used to have Mario Kart 7, like the physical copy, but then when I was upgrading to the 2DS XL, like when I was selling my 3DS to get a 2DS XL, I also sold the physical copy to Mario Kart 7 because the game is already built into this. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing like playing Mario Kart 7 and like making a comparison between this and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Yeah, I would love to make a comparison between the two. Alright, so my DS games, the ones I have so far. So, obviously, Island Tour. And then this is Mario Kart Super Mario 3D Land. Sorry. And as you can tell, got this at a GameStop. It's pre-owned. $38 unless you're a pro member. You get it for $35. It's like comparing a classic video game to a modern one. Exactly. Alright, so I also got Brain Age and Brain Age 2. Brain Age is basically like you do puzzles and you do all this kind of stuff, and it lets you know like how old your brain is, like the youngest being 21, the oldest being like 90s. Like, it's really cool, and if you did it every day, you see like how smart your brain is. Yeah, that was pretty neat. Now, here's my favorite. My favorite DS game is this. No way I'm selling this. I am keeping this. I am definitely going to keep this. And I didn't mind if the graphics like are like this. I mean, it works. It definitely works. Oh, and fun fact, I used to take this packet to school. Like this little instruction booklet, and just be like flipping through the pages like during lunchtime. It's like I was reading this like if it was like a comic book. Alright, so it shows you like the different characters. And it's like in the controls, starting a new game, playing the game. Shows you like the gameplay. Yeah, this like brings back so many memories. Because I was introduced to this game in high school. And I even remember bringing my Nintendo DS to school and just playing it like during lunchtime or like after school. Yeah, I had good times with the DS, and this was one of the games I played back then. This is so cool. So cool. Do the Mario. Alright, so what else? Oh, Nintendo Switch time. Nintendo Switch time. Let's... Yeah, I'm just gonna take a sip of my soda real quick. Alright. Hopes if I got my Switch. Alright, so we got the Nintendo Switch right here. I actually got this in 2020. Summer of 2020. You know, the time when the pandemic hit and we were forced to stay home. And I just remember there being a shortage of these. It was like, these were selling out. And then you got all these scalpers online that are gonna sell this to you for like $1,000. In my mind, I was like, no way, I'm not spending a huge chunk of my stimulus check on this. But fortunately, I was able to like get this for like 400, almost 500, because I wanted the price to be low, or I was gonna go that one. I'm just gonna have, gonna settle for my DS, which still plays pretty good games, or my GameCube. Yeah, I don't like 2020 either. I had a... Pretty different without Larry Boy hat. Nice. So anyways, the Nintendo Switch, I managed to get one using some of my stimulus check. And this is the one like where you like... You can undo the... do the Joy-Cons. Now these are just like when you're like playing the game, like just like this. Well, I don't really use these as much, but what I do use is this thing. And this is where you like slide in your Joy-Cons. And then you could like play it as is. Like you have it like right here, for example, and you're playing it. And this is the one, like, it has like a charging deck. You put it in the charging deck, and if it's connected to your TV, then you could play it like just like this. Yeah, my TV's over there, and I could just play it. Have 11 games, 6 Joy-Cons, and 1 Rock Candy controller. Alright, so make sure... Yeah, even though they fixed the thing where, because there used to be issues with the Joy-Cons, like if you don't match it up with the pluses, or if you put it in the wrong way, they get stuck. I think they changed that. I think they redesigned. They did or they didn't. I don't know, but I still like to make sure that I'm putting it in the right place. But I just worry about like kids messing up on putting it on and off, you know? Make it playable on other consoles. Alright, so this is the only Nintendo Switch game that I have right now. It's Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Okay, now if you want me to... Okay, so if you want me to do a comparison between Mario Kart 7 and Mario Kart 8, click like on this live stream. Because that'd be so cool to make a comparison between the two. Okay. So let me turn this on real quick. Alright, so these are the games I have right now. Is Mario Kart 8, and there's Fortnite. We got the YouTube app. Anubis Harbinger is basically like a Dark Souls type game. Then we also got Doom. We also got Fall Guys, Rocket League, and Overwatch 2. So those are the games I have like so far for the Nintendo Switch. And of course, it's telling you that the game pack is in here. Yeah, this is like my only physical game that I have. I used to have 3. I used to have Super Mario Party. I used to have Mario Party Superstars, but I had to sell them because circumstances. Yeah, and I was even debating about selling my Nintendo Switch because of the situation that I'm in. It was like, I needed to put food on the table. But luckily, everything worked for the best. I still have my Nintendo Switch, obviously. So hopefully things get better because I really don't want to sell this. I really don't. Alright, so what else do I gotta show you? Okay. It was like sometime after getting the Nintendo Switch, I think it was like early 2021, I was telling myself I really wanted a PlayStation. Not just a PlayStation 2, but like a PS4. So lo and behold, another stimulus check. And guess what? I was able to get the PlayStation 4. Now, obviously, this is the controller, because I don't want to unhook the PlayStation 4 from the living room. But anyways, this is the controller. We got these, and we got the X, square, O, triangle. Get the L1, L2, L1, L2, R1, R2. And there's a little light right here. And this is where you plug in your charger. And this, like right here, where you plug in your headphones. So, like, when I first got the PlayStation 4, it took me a while to, like, get used to, like, the controls and everything. I think one of my first games that I played on PlayStation 4 was Fortnite. Yeah, the garbage truck's going by. Yeah, they're gonna pass my house in any second. But anyways, you guys, it took me a little bit to like actually learn the controls. And this was like the first physical game that I got was Immortals Phoenix Rising, because I read about this in Game Informer magazine and how great this was. I mean, the story is like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. But as far as gameplay, and I even showed it to you guys, I even made a couple of videos and live streams of this game in particular. So, yeah, this is a pretty good game, and I would like to do a review on this. Share my thoughts on it. But I think like the first game that the first official game that I played on the PlayStation 4 was Fortnite. All you had to do was like download it. It's free to play, with the exception of microtransactions. And then sometime later, I got Rainbow Six on the PlayStation 4 because I saw some people play this and it was pretty cool. So yeah, I got this last year for my birthday. Was it last year? No, it was like the year before. Yeah, the year before. But this is pretty cool. Like, it's been a while since I played this. In fact, I was playing it last night and it was like, oh my gosh, I forgot some of the controls. I forgot like how to do this. It was like, so I had to like relearn like what to do and what not to do, because you know the gameplay and controls are different in a lot of games. The controls are different in this game and the controls are different in this game. Looks like they must. Whenever I say I love Sunshine, they say 3D World is better. When I say I love the 1,000-Year Door, they say Color Splash is better. When I say I love Mario Party 6, they say Star Rush is better. It's like you say one thing, but then they say the other. It's like, dang, I don't like that either. Alright, so these are my consoles. Let's see if I can hold on to each of these. Just make sure I'm not breaking any of them. There we go. This big boy. So these are the consoles that I grew up with. GameCube, PlayStation 2, Nintendo DS, 4 generations of it, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch. If I forgot any other console, I apologize. Now the one console I never had was Xbox. Now, don't get me wrong, Xbox is a pretty good console too. In fact, I was at a cousin's one time. No, I was at a relative's, and like they had the Xbox, and they were playing, I think, Call of Duty. And someone handed me the Xbox controller, and it took me a little while to like figure out the controls and how they worked, and you know, and then it's like, oh, this is cool. They probably like had like the Xbox S or whatever, like one of the newer consoles, and it was pretty good. I mean, if somebody gave me like an Xbox, I would have been okay with it. It's like, I would like to have that in my library of consoles. I mean, I don't swear allegiance to any console. It's like, if it plays good games, then it plays good games and it's a good console. JB Plus, what are you doing? Yeah, he wants to play my DS. Okay, like just Yeah, it's on island tour. You okay with that? Yeah, he's okay with that. Okay, I don't play Xbox. There's too many of them to wrap my head around. It's like Microsoft is releasing so many Wii U's. Oh, you mean like this? Wii U, Wii U, Wii U, Wii U. Ooh, ooh. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, I like doing that. Oh my gosh. I need to talk about like the consoles that I never got to play or have. So, all right, so we'll take a brief intermission here, you guys. Brief intermission. Like, let me fix my thing. Let me fix my thing. Let me fix my thing. It's like, are we gonna have a problem? You better switch up that attitude. Alrighty, so yeah, brief intermission, you guys. And then we talk about like the game consoles that I never got to play or anything. So be back in a moment, you guys. Alright guys, I'm back. Alright, so let me turn off intermission here. Alright, here we go. Got a very special announcement to share with all of you. Oh, I wonder what it is, Angel Cat. Wonder what it is. So anyways, during the break, I was thinking about the type of consoles that I never got to play. Or I never got to own. And I was thinking about the Wii and the Wii U. Now, granted, I actually got to play the Wii. Like, it was at a friend's house, and she had, like, Just Dance. And that was a pretty cool game. But I never got to play the Wii U. You know, the one that has, like, the tablet and everything. And during that time, there were games like, well, there was Super Mario Galaxy. But there was, like, for the Wii U, it was Mario Party 10. You know, where you get to play as Bowser and you have, like, these other players. It's, like, 4 against 1. It's, like, that would have been super cool for me to, like, play. Even though it's got, like, a lot of people didn't like that game. Try the Wii, pass on the Wii U. I think I would only get the Wii U, like, for Mario Party 10. I wouldn't get anything else. Because I really, like, even though Mario Party 10 is not a good game, it's like, I still want to try it, you know? I still want to play it because I want to play as Bowser, you know? But if I got the Wii, then I would definitely, like, get games like Super Mario and Super Mario Galaxy 2. What did I say? Super Mario? What? I meant Super Mario Galaxies 1 and 2. That's what I meant. So what about the latest consoles? PS5 and Xbox X and S or whatever it's called. There's a lot of debate on whether to invest in a PS5. I mean, the PS4, you could still play a lot of games on the PS4. There's still a lot of games for it, but like for the... But what about games that are made exclusively for the PS5? It's like whenever I see a video game that's being advertised, it looks cool, looks nice, and then it says, only on the PlayStation 5. It's like, damn it. The problem with Mario Party 10 is not only the format difference, but there's also very little content compared to the previous Mario Parties. Yeah, I could understand that as little content. It didn't have a lot of boards. Like, the only attractive board on that game was Bowser's Chaos Castle or whatever. Like, that's Bowser's domain. Alright, so Angel Cat's announcement. For the next month, not only is the Super Mario Bros. Movie coming out, but also it's going to be your mom's birthday! Oh my gosh! Well, happy early birthday to her! That's awesome! That is so awesome! Yeah, so those are the consoles that, yeah, I don't really have. So previous Mario Parties give us at least 6-7 boards. We only got 5 and like 1-2 side games. Okay, that's a legit argument. Ding, ding, ding. My mind just went blank. Now, for being a gamer, it's like I grew up playing video games. And yeah, I'm a girl. I know, I know that much. But hey, anybody can play video games, you know? It's like, I never saw it as like, oh, well, you can't play a game because you're a girl. Which, by the way, like, that's nonsense. That's like outdated, out the door. That's out the door logic. He's like, I remember in high school, like, guys looking at me funny because I have like because I was playing a game. Sorry, I'm gonna borrow this for a second, JB Plush. I was playing a game on my DS. And yeah, I just remember guys just like looking at me weird. Or they wanted to take it from me, which, by the way, they didn't. Because I knew how to protect this precious jewel. Well, this is like another generation of my precious jewel, but you know what I mean. Okay, JB Plus, you can have it back. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah. Yeah, high school was already like a trash fire, a dumpster fire for me. It was like, I remember like watching do you know the show What Would You Do? And you have your host John Quinones, and they would do like these social experiments. Yeah, I remember this one episode where they show this girl at a video game store, and she was like trying out a video game, and then you got these group of boys just like surround her. It's like, hey, what are you doing? You're not supposed to be playing this. You're a girl. And they take the controller away from her. And it's like a lot of people got upset. Like the bystanders or whatever. There were witnesses seeing all this. And they like step in and tell the boys to back off. They tell the boys to back off. And in my mind, it's like, that was when I saw like this underlying issue. Like, I realized, it's like, really? It was like, I've been playing games ever since the Game Boy Advance. I've been playing games since the Nintendo GameCube. This is a girl that grew up on the GameCube, Game Boy Advance. It's like, for real, guys. It's like, these people still believe that girls can't play video games. It's like basically living under a rock. They live under a rock. It's like somebody just gotta like take the rock off, pull them out, and say, hey, this is the reality. Girls are playing video games, so shut it. Shut it with your ugly opinion. Shut it with your outdated opinion. And do I get that argument still? Like, girls can't play video games. This is like... Yeah, I still get that argument, but it's like, whatever. I have a lot of videos on my YouTube channel to prove that girls can play video games. Now, I'm not like those girl gamers that like to dress provocative and all that. I'm not saying all that Shi-Banga-Bang. I said it, all that Shi-Banga-Bang. Damn it. No, I'm not going to be like those girl gamers that just like wear a bra and just like pretend to play games. It's like, come on. As a gamer and as a woman, I have class. I definitely have class. Anyone that says playing video games are only for boys, they're talking a load of crap. I agree, 1-800 Awesome Sauce. I agree. I got into Mario when I was a toddler, and yet I was accused for not watching Dragon Ball Z. You know, I watched a few episodes of Dragon Ball Z, like when I was a kid, and I was like, it was just like mind numbing. I didn't understand what was going on. other than there was like fighting and action. And you know, the same thing with television. Same thing with TV. It's like, girls can't watch this. Girls can't watch that. It's like, zip it. Girls can watch anything. Girls can play video games. It's like, look at that. Proof. PlayStation 4. I got all these consoles. So I just exposed the lie for what it is. Outdated bullcrap. It was like, wow, I went into a rant. But listen, you guys, anybody can play video games. Times have changed, so it is what it is. I'm not gonna lie, I mean, I was a little hurt at first, like when I was first exposed to this lie. Like back then, when I saw that show, What Would You Do? And they showed a segment of the girl being picked on by these group of boys because it was like, girls can't play video games. What are you talking about? Don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it because it's outdated. It's like, you won't let us complain about other things, so you can't be complaining about girls playing video games. Wow, I felt like I got through this whole spiel about whether girls can play video games or not. Yes, you can, girls. If you're a girl, listen to me. Listen to me. It's like, even if you just have this, it's like you're still a gamer. And even if you just have this, you're still a gamer. Same thing with PlayStation, Xbox, or even the GameCube. So, okay, here's a good point. You're telling me that it's not okay for toddler to miss out on Dragon Ball. If I saw that when I was young, I would be scarred for life. Yeah, because Dragon Ball Z, like, they're usually violent in that show, and there's like a lot of stuff going on. Anywho, so okay, let me check out something real quick. All right, thank you for timing out that one person. All right, so yeah, don't let anything stop you, girls. It's like, it's a new generation. This is the reality. Forget the past. Yeah. Because take it from me, I've been playing video games my whole life. Well, for the majority of my life. I'm not sitting, like, in my diapers playing video games. I was like, I wasn't old enough to comprehend that yet. So yeah, I am living proof that girls can play video games, right? And as a gamer, I have class. You won't see me going on live stream playing video games with nothing but a bra on. I mean, come on. It's like, us girls are way better than that, in my opinion. I mean, seriously. I should play Mario anymore according to those anime fans. It's like, oh, anime! Is it weird to say that I only like the animation style? It's like, I like the artistic aspect of anime. I don't know. It's like I haven't found a good anime. I mean, I have manga books. I could actually like show you guys. I'll show you like the anime books that I have. Yeah, let me just turn off my webcam real quick. Alright, hey Rebecca. Alright. Alright, so let's turn the webcam back on. Okie dokie. Oh, not in the best mood. Well, hopefully I can cheer you up with this podcast. Cheer up with this podcast. Alright, so all of a sudden we went from video games to manga. Okay, so this is the first manga book that I ever came across. It's called Mugen Spiral. Now, I actually borrowed this from a friend. Well, this is my copy, but back then I had my friend's copy. This was like the first manga book that I ever came across. Alright, so what's this book about? Okay, I'll read the synopsis. Yayoi is a mystic with a power so great it inevitably attracts those with the desire to steal it from her. And Yura, the king demon, is just one of them. But the fight is short-lived when Yura is sealed away into the body of an adorable black cat. Kusanagi Sensei's magical manga is filled with cat demons, spunky high school girls, and a fair share of hot guys who act like such devils. And the rating is a T for teen, and it's a fantasy. So when I first saw this, it was like when I first read this from my friend, it's like I was hooked with that. It's like I just like the drawing style. And if there's a good story, like, then I'll if there's a good story, then I'll definitely enjoy it. Alright, so 1-800 Awesome Sauce is leaving. I hope you have a great day. And thank you for tuning in. Alright, so this was my first manga. Alright, so my next manga was this one. Cirque du Freak. Now this was actually based on a novel. And I thought this one was pretty cool. I like the story in this one. Yeah, I first saw the movie to this, but it was like a live action. Oh my god, 1-800-Awesome Sauce. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, God, I love that emoji. It's like, ah. Thank you. Thank you so much, 1-800-Awesome Sauce. I love that emoji. It's so cute. Alright, so Cirque du Freak was a live action movie. Okay, someone was trying to call me, but I'll get it later. They can leave a message. Anyways, I saw the live action movie to this. It was called The Vampire's Assistant. There we go. We got the gift that keeps on giving of Larry Boy doing the Larry-go-round. And then I saw this, and of course it's T for teen. Right there. Now let me read you the synopsis to this one. This is pretty cool. Oh yeah, the ringtone is like the theme to the Larry Boy theme from the VeggieTales show. I don't know why they scrapped that other one, which was a reboot of the Larry Boy theme song. I don't know. I don't even know why they did that to begin with. But anyways, let me read you the synopsis to this. Okay. Darren Shan was an average kid until destiny brought him to the Cirque du Freak. Now Darren's been immersed into a shadowy world inhabited by vampires, werewolves, and strange creatures, the likes of which he's never imagined, and his life will be changed forever. Now, basically, he and his friend go to this circus, but his friend stays behind because his friend wants to be a vampire. Well, the head vampire to the circus was like, no, we can't change you into a vampire. But then that friend gets bit by a poisonous spider, so Darren has to make a deal with this head vampire. It's like, Darren has to become a vampire in order to save his friend. So yeah, that's a lot of things at stake, and it's like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I was like, I just like the story. Like, it's heartbreaking, but it's like satisfying at the very end. It's like this dude has to give up a whole lot in order to save his friend. Yeah, this is the part where the friend gets bitten by a spider. It's like, I have a Splatoon comedy manga. I tried reading it, but I can't get used to reading the pages from right to left. Yeah, that's the unique thing about these manga books. It's like here's like the first page. And then it's like, this is like towards the end of the book. Yeah, it takes some getting used to. Alright, so the next one is Night School. Now, this one was pretty interesting. They actually had this book in high school, and they had like volumes 1, 2, 3. Now, this is Night School. Okay, schools may lock up for the night, but class is in session for an entirely different set of students. In the night school, vampires, werewolves, and weirns, which are a particular breed of witches, learn the fundamentals of everything from calculus to spell casting. Alex is a young weirn whose education has always been handled through homeschooling, but circumstances seem to be drawing her closer to the night school. Will Alex manage to weather the dark forces gathering? Yeah, this is where her older sister gets trapped in a different dimension, and Alex has to go to this night school. And this is just like volume 1. But the thing about this one, you could read it just like a regular book. It's not like a backwards type book, you know? Now, these two I got recently because I liked the premise. I liked the premise of these two books. Yeah, I got it from Half Price Books. So this is volume 1 of Hibiki's Magic. And this is like another backwards type of book. Like the traditional manga. Yeah, night school, like witches, monsters, like, yeah, it's a school for witches and monsters, basically. Hi, Fairy Tale Hero. So let me read you the synopsis to Hibiki's Magic. Okay. Some of our most cherished manga characters are blessed with magical powers. Others have an extraordinary combination of superhuman strength and cunning intellect. But Hibiki, her only real skill seems to be making a pot of delicious tea. Or is it? Alright, so basically, she's being taken care of, she's being taken care of by her mentor, but then these guys break into their house and try to steal their magic or whatever. But then Hibiki's mentor turns himself into a squirrel type character. But he can't go back to his human form because his human form got destroyed. Let me find a good... So she's like sad by all this because, yeah, her mentor was like a father to her. And see, they're right here. And her mentor is now a squirrel type character. A squirrel type animal. It's kind of like if my mom was turned into my dog Chica. And she couldn't go back to her human form. So the first few pages really spoke to me because she still has her father figure, but he's an animal. Yeah, so I still gotta read this series. But yeah. I might have to change the title of this podcast episode now because we not only talked about video games, but we also talked about manga. But yeah, don't worry about it. Chica reveal when? Alright, I mean, let me see if I can find her. Let's see if I can find her, guys. Chica, I want to see you. I want to see you, baby. Yeah, I love you, baby. Let me move these books out of the way. These books out of the way. Okay. Here we go, babies. Alright, so this is Chica. Yeah, so this is my dog, Chica. I've had this baby girl for a while. Well, I had her for like years now. Since what was it, 2015? Yeah, because that's when I started going to grad school. Yeah, she's tired. Alright, say bye to the camera. Bye bye. Yeah, I'm sorry, Chica. Yeah, she's gonna go back to sleep. Anyways. Okay, so I might as well do like a recap of the podcast episode. Oh my gosh, she's tired. Alright, so I talked about the consoles that I have and the consoles that I don't have, and also a PSA. Girls play video games point blank, period. It's like derp derp derp. And also I'm into manga. So I'll probably change like the title of this episode to video games and manga. You're an awesome gamer, LBF. Thank you. Alright, so... Well, we got some time left, you guys, so I'll open it up to Q&A. Yeah, I'll open it up to Q&A if you have any questions on video games and on manga. So that's basically our two topics for today. Okay, now the garbage truck is on the other side of the street. Okay. Alright, so... Oh, look at that. We talked about a lot of things. We talked about PlayStation 4. My favorite manga's gotta be like the Cirque du Freak manga that I showed you guys. Alright, so this is PlayStation 4. I don't know if I'll ever get a PlayStation 5. I might not. Only time will tell. But you can still play a lot of games on the PlayStation 4. Okay, here's a question. So if you were the head of Alpha Dream and Nintendo tasked you to make another Mario and Luigi game, what would the story be about? Maybe like a sequel to Bowser's Inside Story? Okay, so like instead of Bowser being unaware that Mario and Luigi are in his body, maybe he could be like, Haha, I could suck you guys up and y'all be like inside the body, and it would be like a Mario Party type scenario where you gotta roll the dice and go on different spaces and to try and get out of Bowser's body. Yeah, that's one thing I could think of, like a sequel to Bowser's Inside Story. Bowser's Inside Escape, or Bowser's Escape Story. No, Bowser, and then colon, Mario and Luigi Escape. What VeggieTales games is very popular? Well, truth be told, there aren't a whole lot of VeggieTales video games. I think this one was a bestseller because this is a video game tie-in to Larry Boy and the Bad Apple. When Larry Boy and the Bad Apple came out, there were these two games. I think like this one had to be like the bestseller because this one was what was advertised in the promo. And we saw gameplay from the PlayStation 2 version. They never showed us what the Game Boy Advanced version looked like until you bought the game and you saw like what the graphics were gonna look like. Yes. Don't forget those. Oh, yeah. What you need, Master Larry, is to eschew chocolate. What's a shoe? Not much. What's the shoe with you? Okay. Okay, so what if there was a Mario and Luigi game that took place in Sarah Island from Super Mario Land, and Daisy would have a focus? Well, I never actually played Super Mario Land, to be honest with you. So, I honestly don't know how to answer that question, you know? Sorry, I was checking something here. Okay, so Fairy Tail Hero is VeggieTales EXE series a part of the VeggieTales video games? No. The VeggieTales EXE series is basically fan-made. I think the series was spearheaded by Nate Dogg Gaming. And fun fact, when I had uploaded my VeggieTales EXE videos, Nate Dogg actually like was in the comments and he was telling me like how great I was doing in the games, and you know. Yeah, I'm just looking at chat. But yeah, VeggieTales EXE, that's fan made. It has nothing to do with actual VeggieTales other than it's fan made. Alright, so Super Mario Land's instruction booklet states that Daisy rules Sarah Island, and that's it. I get it's a Mario game, but I wish there was more to it. This would be a perfect opportunity to expand it. It's a good point. VeggieTales EXE is kind of scary. Well, kind of, sort of. I mean, it's basically like showing an unnecessary scarier side to VeggieTales. But it's like, come on, I've seen worse. Like, this is a girl that grew up watching scary movies. Like horror movies, like sci-fi was the channel that I would watch all the time. Well, I usually watch sci-fi whenever I was at my dad's house. Yeah, I'm very sorry, Rebecca. It was like, I totally understand where you're coming from. I hope you feel better. Yeah, we're here for you, Rebecca. Yeah, we're definitely here for you. And JB Plush is here for you too. Yeah, just wave. Alright. It's like JB Plush is here too. Alright, so yeah, I used to watch the Sci-Fi Channel a whole lot, like whenever I was at my dad's. Yeah, I have divorced parents, so that's why I say that. Say mom's house, dad's house. So yeah, at my dad's house, I would watch the Sci-Fi Channel and had like a lot of scary movies on there. And I would usually have my dad take me to scary movies back then too. Just as long as there was lines that were not crossed. There are lines that I would never cross. It's like, I don't tolerate Satanism. I don't tolerate cults. It's like, get rid of all that and you have a good horror movie. Oh my god, there's a new Splatfest theme. Oh, it has to do with like mythical creatures. The Loch Ness Monster, aliens, or Bigfoot. The Banana Splits movie is really good in my opinion. Now, what's this Banana Splits movie? Oh, it's this one. Okay. It's like, I've heard a little bit about this. Apparently, it's trying to be like Five Nights at Freddy's. I haven't had time to watch some of your videos, Fairy Tale Hero. But I'll see what I can do. What if the next theme was Gaslight, Gatekeeper, and Girl Boss? Yeah, that's definitely a good question. And a girl boss. It's like, I don't understand like what's going on with Scott Cawthon. For those of you who don't know, Scott Cawthon is responsible for creating the Five Nights at Freddy's series to begin with. But I heard stuff like, oh, he's no longer involved, he's passed the torch. But you're saying that he's coming back, or I don't know. I think I fell off the bandwagon like after Five Nights at Freddy's 4. Okay, what fan art is your favorite? I'll have to look at that again. I mean, I haven't seen any of your fan art in a while, to be honest with you. Because I've been busy, like, with my YouTube channel. Yeah, the Rumor Weed... yeah, it's been a while since I've seen your Rumor Weed movie review. Yeah, Rebecca, feel free to explain it. Okay, I miss VeggieTales and QWERTY. Yeah, I think in the VeggieTales show, QWERTY got repurposed to be Larry Boy's computer. But then for some reason, they started calling him Kubrick. So which is it? Is his name QWERTY, or did they rename him to Kubrick? Yeah, I'm running out of things to talk about. So just to recap, I showed you guys my video game library, including this, especially the Larry Boy games, Mario Party 7, Island Tour. It's like my gaming consoles. Here we go. PlayStation, GameCube. And I also play like computer games, but it's just like Raid Shadow Legends and Luxor 3. Okay, so here's the explanation. There is a person who goes by the name of Phil Morg who is a dev for Five Nights at Freddy's Plus, and surprisingly, Scott ID'd involved for support and tips and comments. Scott is involved for support and tips and comments. Okay. Yeah, that's what you meant. Yes. Alright, so yeah, I'm a gamer. I love video games. And as you saw with my manga books, yeah, I like manga as well. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. If you like video games, if you like manga, go for it. And Rebecca, from me to you, I really hope you feel better, because I was going through a bit of depression myself these past couple of weeks. And it's shown in some of my recent videos, and I apologize. Yeah. So I hope you feel better. So anyways, you guys, oh, I want to read this one more comment from Matt. One time I was playing Mario Party Island Tour with my friends, and we were playing Bowser's board. Yes, that's like my favorite board on Island Tour. It's like, I was in last place and had to roll the dice. I got a high roll and screamed, "What?" Because in Bowser's board, it's like you're trying not to get to the finish line. It's the opposite. Like, normally it's like you want to be the first person to get to the finish line. But in Bowser's board, you're trying to stay in last place, you know? Everyone on the bus looked at me with priceless reaction. Yeah, so there's that. Alright, so girls, listen to me. If you love video games, if you love manga, don't let anybody take that away from you. Because I am living proof that girls can play video games. I promise you. Have fun. Do what you like. Yeah, David, I know it's obvious you're a boy, but I'm just letting my girl audience know that girls can play video games. Because I've had a few people in my life tell me that video games are for boys. But that is not true. Definitely not true. Okay. And Rebecca agrees with me. I do gaming a lot on my free time, and I am a woman. Yes, exactly. And at least since I'm a gamer and I'm a girl, at least I have class. You're not going to see me on a Twitch stream with a bra on and playing video games. It's like, no. It's like, I have class. So, don't you worry about it. But anyways, you guys, thank you so much for tuning into the live stream. Alright, so. Yeah, thank you so much for tuning into the live stream. Yeah, I had messages on my tablet. My scream is so loud, everyone looked at me like I broke a limb. Oh my gosh, Matt. But anyways, you guys, thank you so much for tuning into the live stream. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm going to have to change the title of this episode to Video Games and Manga, basically. So yeah, if you like this, well, let me switch over to... Let me go to the thanks for watching bit. Thanks for watching. It's like, here we are. There we go. You like that? I made this in Canva. Made it in Canva. So anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a like and please subscribe to the channel. And as always, if you want to support the show, you can always join me on Patreon or you can become a channel member. The join button will be down below. And you could also follow me on TikTok, Instagram, DeviantArt. Check out my Redbubble merch store. All that Shi-Banga-Bang. Definitely all that Shi-Banga-Bang. Alrighty, you guys. So tomorrow will be another live stream where I do another page to the Larry Boy Trio fan comic. Yep, it's definitely gonna be fun. Yep, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Okay. Alright, wait a minute. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and thank you to my mods for doing a good job in this live stream. This is cool. This was a blast. Thanks again for doing this. Well, you're welcome, Matt. God made you special, definitely. Definitely. So, yeah. Tomorrow will be another fan comic live stream. Hope you guys tune in for that. And, yeah, I love doing this podcast. Oh, by the way, YouTube now has this feature where you can make a playlist and have it labeled as a podcast. So that's what I'm doing with my podcast episodes. So I get to have my All That Shi-Banga-Bang podcast in one place. I got tongue-tied there. I'm sorry. So maybe next time I won't be sitting on my bed doing the podcast and I can go back to my desk because, yeah, like I said, it's cold today and I didn't want to do it on my desk. I wanted to stay warm. Okay. And he loves you very much. Like, God made you special and he loves you very much. Well said. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like on the video. want to support me on Patreon or become a channel member, you can do that. Follow me on TikTok, Instagram, DeviantArt. Check out my Redbubble merch store. All that Shi-Banga-Bang. And this has been Ronnie. And yep, I'm Ronnie, also known as LarryBoyFanatic, the eyes and plunger ears of the Larry Boy multiverse. And thank you for tuning in to another episode of All That Shi-Banga-Bang. And I will see you guys next time. See you tomorrow. Oh, and I also want to thank 1-800-AWESOME-SAUCE for the super chat. Yeah, let's not forget about him. Like, he's such a great guy. Yeah, that's about it. See you guys.